All right, we are live out here at Gerke Park here in Stevens Point Community Park here. The host Pacelli Cardinals playing host here to the Wildcats of Edgar. Starting with Edgar here, come in here with an overall record of 8-0. They are 5-0 in conference play. Have outscored their opponents 226-12 by my math anyways. 44-6 winners back in week 1 over Ladysmith, 14-0 winners back in week 2 over Stratford, and then a 27-0 victory over Auburndale. That was in week number 3. And then 9-6 winners over at down in DeForest. That was over in week 4 against Marquette Academy. Of course, that walk-off, we'll call it a walk-off field goal there for the Wildcats. And then 40-0 over Pittsville. That was in week number 5. 35-0 winners over at against Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. That was in week number 6. And then last week, week number 7, 55-0 winners over the Thunderbirds of Iola Scandinavia. Here we'll go through some of the stat leaders here for the visiting Wildcats. Tucker Strite, 28 of 63, 44.4%, 492 yards. He's got the 4 touchdowns on the season here. And rushing is Maverick or Mav Butt, 95 carries for 605 yards, 6.5 yard per carry average, the 12 touchdowns. And he had a 62-yard touchdown as his long touchdown run in the season, leading the team in receiving, and certainly a number of different guys that we'll certainly talk through. It's not necessarily just one individual, but a number of different ways that Edgar has both offensively and defensively been very dominant. Gavin Maurer, 7 receptions, 134 yards, nearly 20 yards per catch, and the 2 touchdowns. And on the kickoff returns, Caius Higgins, a couple of returns for 64 yards, 32-yard average, the 1 touchdown. And then Gavin Maurer with 3 kick returns, 52 yards, a 17.5 average for him. Defensively, the Alex Schneider, the leader in terms of total tackles, with 43.5 total tackles, 32 of those being solo and 1 TFL. Gavin Maurer leads the squad here with 5 interceptions and 4 pass deflections. Of course, longtime head coach here, Jerry Sins, legendary head coach. Pacelli coach Drew Nelson in his 20th season here at the helm for the Cardinals. We'll switch things over to the Cardinals here, the statistical leaders. Jake Williams, 29 of 70, 41.4% passing, 338 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns. Also has 281 rushing yards. Bryce Flaker, the leader in terms of rushing production, 104 attempts, 388 yards, nearly 4 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns. He also has 2 receiving touchdowns, and the 101 yards of receiving does Bryce Flaker. And Sean Berna and Max Nelson, sort of the co-leaders, we'll say, on defense, with 42.5 and 41.5 total tackles, respectively, for those 2 individuals. Max Nelson, of note, with 6.5 TFLs on the season. So we'll be underway here again, a Marewood CWC conference game here on this hard to believe, Angelica, week number 8. Pacelli was at Aurora Catholic last, I beg your pardon, they were in Sun Prairie playing against Aurora Catholic of Illinois. And they fell in that one 41-6. Of course, they were down a couple players, both Eric Ranke and Bryce Flaker, who I know we've had a chance to talk to once or twice here during the course of this regular season here, and certainly 2 very key players here for the Cardinals. Ranke will not be playing here tonight for Pacelli. We'll get our national anthem. We'll have our starting lineups here, and we will be underway in just a few moments here. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Gerke Field in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Tonight's Marewood Central Wisconsin Conference game featuring the Cardinals of Pacelli Catholic High School and the Wildcats of Edgar High School. Special welcome to our guests from Edgar. We remind you that interscholastic athletics are an extension Lessons are best learned when the proper respect is given to everyone. Please, let your good sportsmanship show during tonight's game. Pacelli, Edgar, and the WIAA thank you for your cooperation. Please rise. Lord, we ask for your guidance and blessing on tonight's game, the players, coaching staffs, officials, and fans. Help us to be humble in victory, gracious in defeat, and remember that all of our abilities are a gift from you. And when the game is done, grant safe travel home to all in your name. Amen. We ask you to please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back. Get our starting lineups here.
Introducing the offensive starters.
The offensive starter for Edgar here.
At left tackle, number 61, junior
Sawyer Weiland, number 61, the left tackle.
guard, number 54, junior Wyatt Cloxey.
Wyatt Cloxey, the junior, the left guard, number 54.
Senior Preston Erickson.
Center Preston Erickson, number 51.
Right guard, number 64, senior
Alex Schneider at right guard, number 64.
Tackle, number 74, sophomore Eli Kramer.
Sophomore Eli Kramer, the right tackle, number 74.
43, senior Lucas Stanky.
Senior Lucas Stanky, the tight end, number 43.
12, senior Dom Contreras.
Dom Contreras, number 12, the receiver.
At the slot, number 10, junior Caius.
Junior Caius Higgins at the slot, number 10.
At running back, number 21, senior Butt.
Mav Butt, the senior Maverick, number 21.
5, senior Gavin Mauer.
Gavin Mauer, number 5, the other senior running back.
Number 0, senior Tucker Strike.
And Tucker Strite, number 0, the quarterback here for the Edgar Wildcats, the offensive makeup here. We'll get our defensive starters here.
On senior night for Pacelli, number 60, Peter Bella.
Peter Bella, number 60, and the two starters here we'll announce for Pacelli. Senior Peter Bella and senior number 3, Zane Phyllis here. So head coach Drew Nelson and the rest of the Pacelli coaching squad, Eugene Schmitz, John Hansen, Rick Berna, Kenny Campbell, and Omari Johnson. And, of course, Edgar, Jerry Sins, Greg Strite, Andrew Lukasco, Chris Trewicki, Zach Paul, Nathan Dahl, John Peterlick, Troy Andrishak, Adam Decker, and Aaron Rao, rounding out the coaching staff here for the Wildcats. Again, as we mentioned, Edgar 8-0, 5-0 in conference. And they have outscored their opponents, as we mentioned here just a few moments ago, 226-12. They will close out the regular season. That will be next Friday night over at Edgar, hosting Abbotsford, in what I would think would be a pretty solid game. Certainly, Abbotsford has been one of the better teams in this what I would consider a very tough conference. The Merriwood CWC conference here. Of course, Edgar sits atop that, but Abbotsford and teams like Auburndale and certainly Pittsville Wisconsin Rapids Assumption, the Pacelli Cardinals, Iowa Scandinavia Thunderbirds. So Pacelli will kick off here. That is junior number 12 in Jacob Williams. Jacob also the quarterback here for the Cardinals, and we are underway. That one going to go out of bounds near around the 22 or so, and that is where the Wildcats will take over here, and they'll be led by their quarterback here in Tucker Strite. Maverick Budd again, 95 carries for 605 yards, the 12 touchdowns, and he's had himself an outstanding season, but certainly, as we mentioned here, a number of different guys doing different things for this Wildcats team. It's certainly not just a one-person operation. They've very well coached football team, Coach Sins, and kind of talking about that, Angelica, throughout the course of the earlier part here, where it just every year seemed to put out a very, very good squad on the field here. It'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. That's where Strite will take over. Working out of the gun here for the Wildcats. Strite going to take it himself, going to try to get outside, make a nice spin move. Couple guys miss, and he'll be plenty of yards there for the first down. So the first down here. Number of Cardinals in on the play on that. Again, Sean Berna and Max Nelson, the two defensive leaders here statistically for this Cardinals squad. So ball at the 49-yard line here, so a 14-yard pickup there for Strite. And clock has not wound yet. So we'll get the clock going here. I want to give thanks here to Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need to preserve this year's harvest. Shop low prices on all things canning, from jars big and small to seasonings, mixes, and so much more. Check it all out at your local Fleet Farm store. That is Fleet Farm. Certainly that is, I know where I'll be the week of the opening hunting season myself. So 1st and 10 from the 49. And a nice cut up the, and one man to beat, and he's going to take it to the house. That's Gavin Maurer. The 51-yard touchdown run for Gavin Maurer. So Maurer, the 51-yard at about the 11:25 mark here in quarter number 1. So just 35 seconds in here, and Maurer takes it to the house. The 51-yard touchdown run for Maurer. He came into tonight's contest with nearly 400 yards of rushing, nearly 6.6 yards per carry. They'll go for the 2-point conversion here. Strike back to pass. Looking through his progressions. Pressure being applied, and he'll throw across, and that's Mav Butt there in space, and he'll score on the 2-point conversion. So Strite to Mav there. So it is 8-0 here. 11:25. 35 seconds gone by here. We'll take a brief commercial pause. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a unique space to host your next event or business meeting? Check out the Milk House at Miltram Farms. You can view the cows being milked by the robots, play in the sand table, or start your own farm on the farm simulator. We have space for up to 125 people indoors, or you can sit outside and enjoy the farm views from our grain bin gazebo and make s'mores on the corn crib fireplace. Check us out on Facebook to see our upcoming events, or go to our website at miltramfarms.com to see availability.
All right, we are back. Angelica giving me the thumbs up here. So 8-0 early goings here on the 51-yard touchdown scamper there by Gavin Maurer. Again, as we mentioned here, he's another one of those very dangerous backs here. The 57 carries, 374 yards, 6.5 average. The 3 touchdowns here for Gavin. Also the 7 receptions, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns through the air here. So Edgar to kick off. And that one going to be fielded near the 18 or so. Kind of mishandled there for a moment, and not much going there. Gets out to near the 25-yard line. That's where the Cardinals will take over now. 1st and 10. Bryce Flaker back in action. Of course, he was absent along with Eric Ranke last Saturday with injury. So Bryce Flaker, the junior here, comes in here with nearly 400 yards on the ground.
It won't be the only mistake tonight.
So Williams works from the gun. We're going to get movement. I think we'll see. We're going to get a false start here against Pacelli, so that'll back things up 5 yards. So it'll bring up a 1st and 15 now for the Cardinals. Of course, hard to believe again, Angelica, that we are already in week number 8 here. Williams takes it himself, tries to get back up. He's going to be met. One of the first Wildcats in there, Preston Erickson, along with a few other. I believe Stocky on the hit as well. But leading the charge was senior Preston Erickson, the 6'1", 185-pound senior here for the Wildcats. It'll bring up a 2nd down now. Just under a minute gone by here in this opening quarter. And as we've mentioned here, Edgar, I guess utter dominance probably might be an understatement thus far. Granted, still a lot of season left. Pressure being applied. Williams gets it out. He's going to get it out to Flaker there. Flaker gets back up to around the 20 or so. Clockseam on the hit there for the Wildcats. Of course, that's our PA public address announcer, John Eckendorf, who also doubled tonight as the singer of our national anthem, and I have to say did a very, very good job. He kind of a jack of all trades, John is. I had a chance to play golf with him. Equally good in golf, and we're going to get movement there, and that's going to be going to go against Pacelli. It was Zane Phyllis here, so that'll back things up. And Pacelli certainly not necessarily the start that maybe they were hoping for here. So ball around the 14-yard line here. Williams with a single back set, and that's Flaker lined up to his left, working from the gun. Williams and that's Graham Strite. Graham Strite with a sack there, and he came in there getting the pressure there, and back deep you've got both Maurer and Mav Budd here for the Wildcats. They'll have pretty good field position here. Shelley punting from their end zone. And that one going to take a side bounce there. That's going to go around the 24. That is where the Wildcats will take over. It'll be 1st and 10 here. I want to give thanks here tonight to Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. That is Infinity Exteriors. So the Wildcats here with pretty good field possession here. position on their second possession. Possession. Don't want to mess around saying that combination of words too much. So strike back to pass, going through his progressions, looks right, got a man, and that is going to be Landon Lacasco, the 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. Lucas Lacasco on that one. And it's now 14-0 here. So that's strike to Lacasco. Edgar to attempt the PAT, it looks like here. Tucker strike to hold it here for Edgar. And we're going to get movement. Looks like that is going to go against the Cardinals. So we'll try it again here. Strike to hold it here. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So the conversion there, that's Ben Schaefer with a point after there. So it is now 15-0, Edgar over Stevens Point. Pacelli, just under 4 minutes gone by here in quarter number one. We'll take a brief commercial pause. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
All right, we are back. 15-0 our score here out at the Mendyke family scoreboard here out Gerke Park here in Stevens Point. Of course, home of the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals, the Stevens Point Area Senior High School Panthers, better known as SPASH to most, and then, of course, the UW Stevens Point Pointers, and they will be in action this Saturday, hosting the Warhawks of UW Whitewater in a WIAA conference game. And end-over-end kick, that's going to be fielded near the 14 or so. And that is Sam Westrick, the freshman, and he'll get up to about the 25, call it maybe 26 or so. That is where the Cardinals now will take over 1st and 10. Pacelli with a number of freshmen on the squad, guys like Marcus Krieger. You've got Mason McCarron, Nolan Polaric, Sam Westrick, Chase Napawaki. And, well, you know, certainly they are a little lower on numbers. I understand they have a middle school group that has proven to be very solid here, and all signs point to well, you would think, at least for the Pacelli faithful, a bright future in store. Williams, two-back set here, directing traffic. Zane Phyllis along with Flaker. Williams, and all kinds of pressure there. He's going to be swallowed up, and that was number 13 there. That's Caden Bargender on the pressure there for the Wildcats. Williams kind of throws it up there for grabs, and I think Max Nelson nearly able to come down with it, but to no avail. There was a flag on the play. And then, yeah, they're going to get, I think that's probably going to go against the ineligible receiver there. I believe that was Max, perhaps. So 5-yard penalty here for the Cardinals. third Pacelli penalty here thus far. So they're going to be around the 22-yard line here. Williams, the give is to Flaker there. In on the tackle there, that's Wyatt Clockseam, I believe, number 54, and one of the first in on the hit there for the Wildcats. Number 40, Carson Nowak checks in now for the Wildcats, so it'll be second down. Beg your pardon, it's third down here. Might be having some technical issues with the scoreboard out there. We're going to get another flag. That's also going to go against Pacelli. So the false start penalty is really creating some havoc here for this Cardinals squad early goings. The timeout called. We'll take a brief timeout and be right back here. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
You want a great selection at a great price and a company that stands behind their products? You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
All right, we are back. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in quarter number one. Pacelli trailing here 15-0 early goings. I want to give thanks here tonight to Door Pro. Whether you need new garage doors or just an adjustment, stop and see Door Pro on Highway 153. That's just east of Stratford. You can also give them a call or like them on Facebook. That is Door Pro. Just the 4 minutes gone by here, and Edgar already with a 15 points on the scoreboard here tonight. So 224-12, I stand corrected, is the margin in which Edgar has Williams out to Flaker here for a short gain. And Flaker not able to get the first down, so it'll bring it up a fourth down, and you'll have Maurer and Mav Butt back here for the Wildcats. Maverick Butt with 5 punt returns coming into tonight, 85 yards, a 17-yard average. That one's kicked out of bounds. And the Wildcats, they average about 20.2 yards on average per punt return. The Wildcats, again, find themselves in some pretty favorable field position early goings here. About a 20-yard punt or so. So ball around the 29-yard line. It's 1st and 10. 7:16 remaining in this one. Again, Edgar out front here. Early goings 15-0. The Maurer 51-yard touchdown scamper. 2-point conversion was good with Maverick Butt. And then Lucas Lukasco, the touchdown reception from Strite. And that's out in space and complete there. That's straight over to, I believe that's Isaiah Kraft on the reception, the 6'1", 150-pound junior. Now, another one of those guys, they have a kind of a whole arsenal of weapons, we'll say, both offensively and defensively. Certainly Maverick Butt leading the charge in terms of offensive production on the ground here for the Wildcats. So 1st and 10, ball around the 18 or so. And Tucker Strite under center here, 2-back set. The give is to Butt. Butt goes left, cuts back to his right, And he's going to get down to near the 5-yard line for Maverick. So another first down here for the Wildcats. And again, Edgar will have their final regular season game. They'll be playing host to Abbotsford next Friday night, a 7 o'clock start over in Edgar. And Pacelli, they will have their homecoming actually next Friday night over right here at the Girk. They'll be hosting the Panthers of Pittsville. First and goal to go here. Tucker Strite under center here with Butt and nearly untouched. That's Gavin Maurer with the 5-yard touchdown run there. So Maurer with a 5-yard touchdown run. His second touchdown here of the night. Had that 51-yarder back at about the 11:25 mark. And this one coming at the 5:55 mark here in quarter number 1. Edgar will line up for the the PAT here with Ben Schaefer, who is 1 for 1 here. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So Schaefer now with his second PAT of the night.
Your score at 5:56 of the first quarter.
22-0 now our score. You're listening to and watching high school football action here on Zaleski Sports.
MP&C is a leading designer, fabricator, and installer of stainless steel process systems. Founded in 1992, MP&C serves a wide range of industries, including dairy, chemical, and water treatment. The company specializes in engineered-to-order solutions. We deliver high-performance solutions and career opportunities for local residents. MP&C continues to grow, emphasizing dedication to craftsmanship and community impact.
All right, Angelica telling me we are back. We are back. I want to certainly give thanks to all of those game day sponsors here. Could not do it without any of the game day sponsors that we have. We certainly are so very thankful. Can't thank them enough. Just such an awesome thing to be a part of here. So Edgar to kick off here. That's going to roll down, and that's going to get past. That's Phyllis here. I don't know that he touched it. I don't believe he did. So a touchback here. So that is where the Cardinals now will take over here. 1st and 10 coming up here again. Shelley offensively has just not been able to really kind of get things going here. Just early goings here with this very strong Wildcats defense here. So ball around the 20-yard line actually, by virtue of the touchback. So Williams back in the gun here. Given to Flaker, and that's going to be bottled up there. That's Tucker Strite on the stop there. Tucker, another one of those two-way players here for the Wildcats. Came in here with 38 tackles on the season, 35 of those solo tackles, and 7 TFLs for Tucker on the defensive side of the football. So very productive defensive player. Zane Phyllis, the man in motion here, lined up to Williams' right. The give is to Flaker. Flaker tripped up near about the 26 or so. So about a 5, maybe 6-yard gain here. The 5-minute mark here in quarter number 1. So it'll be about 3rd and 3 yards here to go. Williams Again, the junior here. Pacelli, fairly junior heavy, I would say. Just the two seniors here on senior night with Zane Phyllis and Peter Bella. The give is to Zane Phyllis. And Zane going to get maybe a yard or so. Does Zane. And we saw a pretty healthy dose of Zane Phyllis last Saturday, as both Bryce Flaker and Eric Ranke out, injured in that contest. That was over at the Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium in Sun Prairie. Phyllis, 27 carries for 145 yards, 5.4 yard per carry average. Done a lot of the heavy lifting on kick returns as well, has Phyllis, the senior. Williams along with Flaker and Phyllis. And the give is to Flaker. And Flaker running hard and collecting the first down here for Pacelli. So number one, that's Chase Napawaki, the freshman, checking in here for the Cardinals. Again, senior night here out at Gerke Park here, Community State here in Stevens Point. Got the very nice scoreboards on both ends. The Mendyke family scoreboard, the Shura Plaza scoreboard. That one is going to go to Phyllis, it looks like. He'll get a short gain there for the Cardinals here. Sam Westrick checking back in here for Pacelli. We saw Sam a little bit at quarterback in kind of the waning moments of last Saturday's game. So ball about the 36-yard line here, second down. Under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number one. It's been Edgar out front here fairly handily here thus far. Williams, the give. And I believe that's going to be Flaker on the carry. The junior. And Eric Ranke out this week again as well. So another fairly formidable player here for the Cardinals. Out with injury here. Leading receiver on this Pacelli team with 13 receptions, 179 yards, a couple touchdowns, the 220 yards rushing for Ranke. So 3rd and 6 here. The give is to Flaker. Flaker looking for some room to his right. And still running strong is Bryce Flaker. And another pretty nice run there for Bryce. So again, he was missing in action. And certainly, you know, on both offensive, defensive side of the football here, Bryce has been a very productive, kind of one of those leaders here, one of the captains here. One of 4 captains. You've got Eric Ranke, Jake Williams, Bryce Flaker, and Max Nelson, your 4 captains. And then obviously for Edgar, you've got Tucker Strite, Maverick Butt, Lucas Stanke, and Alex Schneider, your 4 captains. And Williams looks to keep it. He's going to probably lose a couple on that one, maybe 2 or 3. Checking back in for Edgar, that's Kenan Van Ornum here, number 30 for Edgar. Chase Napawaki checks back in here. 2nd and about 12 yards or so here to go for Pacelli. One of their better drives here thus far. Pacelli historically always kind of a pretty run-heavy team. And that goes back to the Bob Rochek days here, back in those WISA days, back in, and that was... So ball around midfield now here for the Cardinals. Flaker running pretty well here tonight. Again, kind of coming off that ankle injury. He injured that last Friday, as I understand, but the head trainer there, Amanda, doing her best to keep keep this squad as healthy as possible. And Flaker tripped up, and that's Tucker Strite there, the first in on the hit there for the Wildcats. So a pretty nice stop here. Ball at midfield. We'll get quarter number 1 in the books here. Our first quarter score here reads Edgar Wildcats 22 over the Cardinals here of Stevens Point Pacelli. We'll take a brief timeout ourselves here. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $20 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank, real people, real conversations.
All right, we are back. Quarter number 2 just on the horizon here. We had speaking of horizon, a very nice sunset here in the horizon right around the start of this game here out at, again, Gerke Park here in Stevens Point. About a, 45-minute trek from Edgar, give or take. If you're driving with me, it's about an hour. Most people, 45 minutes probably. Cardinals here.
4th and 2.
Definitely have to be, obviously, 4th down territory. 4th and short here. 4th and about 2 yards or so. 2.5 maybe. And Flaker, and he's going to be short there and in on the tackle. That was number 54 for the Wildcats. It's Wyatt Cloxeam here. So that is where the Wildcats will take over here, first down and 10. I want to give thanks here again to Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. So the Cardinals take a timeout here. We'll take a brief timeout here. You are listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Warner Insurance Agency is a family-owned insurance business that has been helping customers with all of their property and casualty insurance needs for 3 generations. Let Warner Insurance help with your small business, farm, home, auto, and recreational vehicle insurance needs. Warner Insurance, proud supporter of the Edgar Wildcats.
All right, we are back. Edgar has scored on every one of its possessions here thus far. Again, early goings here. Gavin Maurer, typically the punter for the Wildcats. Hasn't had to punt all that often through the course of the season. 9 punts, 358 yards, nearly 40 yards per punt. Sawyer Weiland also with a couple of punts here for the Wildcats. 93 yards, 46.5 yard per punt average. And again, have not had to do that all too often. So giving up just the 12 points here on this entire season. 6 from Marquette Academy. And then Ladysmith had the 6 points, and that was back in week number 1. So Strite under center here for the Wildcats. 2-back set. The give is to Mav Butt. Maverick cut now to his right side, still going strong. And he'll have first down yardage there. That was Porter Boris doing his best to try to get Maverick Butt down. But that has proven to be a very difficult thing for just about everybody that Maverick has seen here. Of course, a very solid football family. His older brother as well. Number of Carter Butt, of course. So it'll be first and 10. Ball around the 20-yard line here. Strike back to pass. Screens it out over the middle there. That's Lucas Stocky. Stocky kills, still going strong, and the 20-yard touchdown reception from Strite to Stocky. 20-yard touchdown reception there at the 11:03 mark here in quarter number 2. So it's now 28-0. So Strite with his second touchdown pass here tonight. And Stocky on the reception there. The PAT are here for the Wildcats. It's Ben Schaefer again. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So Schaefer, a perfect 3 of 3 here tonight for the Wildcats on PATs. It's 29-0 now. 11:03 here to go. We'll take a brief timeout. We'll bring it right back here. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Located in Edgar, Wisconsin, Edgar Building Supply operates as a lumberyard and hardware store, assisting contractors, homeowners, and businesses with their building needs varying from roofing and siding to windows and cabinets. Their knowledgeable staff can assist you with planning your project, estimating costs, and drafting blueprints. Get started on your building project today with Edgar Building Supply.
All right, we are back. About 57 seconds gone by here in quarter number 2. Edgar out front here, 29-0 here. A couple of touchdown passes here tonight for Tucker Strite. One to Lucas Lacasco here. And then that one to Stonky there. So Stonky. Gavin Maurer with a couple of touchdown runs himself. So Trewicki will kick things off here for the Wildcats. Phyllis and Westrick back for the Cardinals. The senior and the freshman. And that one fielded near the 20 or so. And that's Zane Phyllis. And Phyllis gets up to near the 40 or so. So a pretty nice return there for the Cardinals. And Zane Phyllis, has been, all things considered, a pretty solid kick returner here as well here for the Cardinals. He averages nearly 23 yards per kick return. And he's had one punt return go for 50 yards here. So again, Zane playing in his last stretch of football here for this Pacelli Cardinals squad. Again, just the 2 seniors here on senior night. Peter Bella and Zane Phyllis. Williams works from the gun. The give is to Flaker. Flaker running, going to get up back to about the original line of scrimmage. Is Bryce Flaker. So no gain there. It'll be 2nd down and 10 to go here. Again, next Friday will be homecoming. And they'll be celebrating a number of historic Pacelli feats. They'll be honoring the 1995 WIAA state champion Pacelli Cardinals squad. I believe the 1994 volleyball squad as well will be commemorated if memory serves me correct. So 2nd and 10 here to go. Phyllis, the man in motion. And the give there is to Flaker. He'll get maybe about a yard or so, and that's going to be about it. Number of Wildcats in on the stop there. One of them looks like that was Carson Nowak for the Wildcats. So no gain there. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here. Sam Westrick checking back in here. 3rd down situation for the Cardinals. Coach Drew Nelson, and as we mentioned, in his 20th season here for the Cardinals, sporting those shorts. And it doesn't matter if it's 75 or 25. Coach Nelson Almost always coaching in those shorts. Williams going through his progressions, and he was being heavily pressured there, kind of throws it there. It's going to fall incomplete. And that will be a fourth down situation here for the Cardinals. The two freshmen in Westrick and Napawaki checking back in there for Pacelli, along with that's Dominic Sackman, number 67, the younger brother of Timothy Sackman. Tim in his third year of college over at UW Eau Claire. Tim and my son Brock Barroncutt played together a number of years ago, baseball, and that one punted down to about the 35 or so, and that's Maurer going to get up to midfield. So Gavin Maurer with a pretty nice punt return there for the Wildcats. That is where they will take over 1st and 10 here. So pretty good field position again here for the Wildcats. 9:07 here and counting. Certainly when you get to that 35-point mark, then the running clock would come into play. Cardinals hoping to prevent that. And in at quarterback, that's number 13 now. The give and a pretty nice run there. The quarterback now, that is Caden Bargender, the 6'1", 180-pound junior. So about down to the 44 or so about a 6-yard carry there. So again, Caden Bargender. John and I had a chance to talk to the Edgar coaching staff a little bit beforehand just to make sure we were getting all the pronunciations correct, and had a chance to talk to Coach Sins a little bit. The give there is going to get up now about the 42 or so. That's number 24 there. That's Graham Strite on the carry. Graham came in here with 21 carries, 119 yards on the ground, 5.7 yard per carry average, 2 touchdowns on the ground for Graham. Also 4 receptions for 121 yards for Graham. So 3rd and about 2 here to go. And out in space, complete. And that's complete down to number 40. Carson Nowak. So that will be another first down here for the Wildcats. For a moment there, I was even kind of fooled by that. I don't know if our camera work. Angelica's never fooled, she says, but I have to admit for a moment I was fooled. So I thought maybe that was going to go to Landon Lacasco there, but in any event, it will be 1st and 10 here from the 26. So a number of different Wildcats now into the game for the Edgar squad here. So just under 7 minutes here to go in half number 1. Checking out, there's Landon Lacasco there. You've got Dawson Bornheimer checking in here for Edgar as well. 2nd and about 2 yards here to go from the 19. 2nd and 3 it looks like, in fact. So 2 back set here, Bargender under center here for the Wildcats. And a pretty nice run there, and in. That is number 24. That's Graham Strite. for the 19-yard touchdown run there for Graham Strite. And that comes at the 6:18 mark here in quarter number 2 for Graham. So it is now 35-0 here at the 6:18 mark here in quarter number 2. And Ben Schaefer, who is perfect on his PATs. Perfect on PATs, Angelica. That's also a bit of a tongue twister at times. Possession position. In any event here, Schaefer for the PAT. Snap is down, kick is up, and that one blocked. And I think that was Porter Boris who comes up with the block. So the PAT blocked. So it's now 35-0 here at the 6:18 mark here remaining in quarter number 2. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
In trucking, trust isn't given, it's earned. At Derico Logistics, LLC, we've built our reputation mile by mile, load by load. Our team knows that every delivery carries more than freight. It carries someone's promise. From cross-country hauls to local routes, we move with precision, reliability, and a commitment to being there when it matters most. Our drivers are professionals. Our equipment is maintained to the highest standard. You call, we haul. That's all.
All right, we are back here, 35-0, our score here. Edgar certainly proving why they are one of the top teams in the division, certainly in this conference as well. And again, I think my math says 224-12. They have outscored their opponents, Ladysmith and Marquette Academy, the only teams to score here thus far in the year. And Marquette Academy, that was a pretty good football game. That was back in week number 4. Jason was on the call of that one. Kick. That's going to go down. Phyllis bobbles it momentarily. Tries to change directions. He's going to be swallowed up there. That was Van Ornum on the stop. So pretty good kickoff coverage there for Edgar. So the clock runs now with the 35-point lead here. Pacelli at their 21-yard line here, trying to sustain a drive. They've had one fairly sustainable drive, but and complete. And that's out to Phyllis, and Phyllis going to get up near the 30. He'll be about a yard or so short. But Phyllis on the reception there for the Cardinals. So Chase Napawaki lined up here near side. You got Phyllis in the slot as well. Williams, the give is to Flaker. Flaker on second down running for a first down. So Bryce with 3 first down carries here tonight for the Cardinals. And a pretty nice night here for some Thursday night football. Of course, Milwaukee Brewers will be in action in about 15 minutes or so. Hoping to try to close that one out down at Wrigley Field. Williams going through his progressions, nothing there. He's going to take it himself. He's going to get up to about the 37, maybe 30, about the 37 or so. So about a 3-yard pickup there for Williams. Of course, you've got the Pointers logo there out at midfield. couple of Pacelli Cardinals playing their college ball at UW-Stevens Point, and Bryson Cashin and Brock Bierencott. Chase Lyons playing over at St. Norbert College in De Pere, the Green Knights. Phyllis, the man in motion there for the Cardinals. Williams working from the gun. The give is to Flaker. He's going to be swallowed up. Tyler Schmidt, one of the Wildcats, in on that for. So ball is going to be at the 35 or so. Clock continuing to wind here. Just over 3 minutes here to go in half number one. So Williams directing traffic here for the Cardinals. Under 3 minutes to go in this opening half. Williams rolls to his left, and he will be met by a host of Wildcats, one of those being number 24 in Graham Strite, I believe. Tyler Schmidt in on the hit as well for the Wildcats. So it's going to bring up a fourth and long situation here, 4th and 19 in fact, from about the 25-yard line. So Pacelli to punt. Kind of a low snap there. Phyllis has no choice but to take it himself. And he's still, and I think the ball may have popped out. We'll see the call there. And he wasn't going to get there probably anyway, so it's going to be indifferent either way. But the Wildcats able to recover that one, so they will take over 1st and 10 yards here to go. Want to give thanks tonight to Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. That's roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. That's Ridgetop Exteriors. So Edgar here, 1st and 10 here. Pretty good field position. Ball about the 28-yard line here for the Wildcats. Two-back set. Caden Barginder there in the under center here for the Wildcats. Casco, the ball carrier there, so it'll be placed around the 23 or so, 22. About a 6-yard pickup there for LeCasco. So near side here, you've got Dawson Bornheimer lined up for the Wildcats. Bargender, the give there, that's number 10, and Higgins. Caius Higgins, the carrier here for the Wildcats. And Isaiah Kraft checking in here now for the Wildcats. Lined up far side here for Edgar. And left side there, and a number of Cardinals in. Max Nelson, one of the Cardinals, along with Porter Boris. And that is a halftime score here out at Gerke Park here in Stevens Point. Community Park to be in fact. Edgar out front here, 35-0 at the half. We'll take a few moments here. Take a timeout here for halftime. We'll bring it right back here. You have been listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Greg's Groots Appliance is the place for all your home appliance needs. Let owners Greg and Tammy Kornak, along with their staff, provide you with quality appliances. Greg's Gruettes Appliance offers professional delivery, installation, and our own service department. Located in Merrill and proudly serving all of central Wisconsin. Greg's Gruettes Appliance. Service with Wildcat Electric is an established leader in the electrical industry in the upper Midwest since 1964, with 5 locations in Wisconsin and a sister company in Michigan. We offer our customers a broad range of services from electrical construction, telecommunications, process controls, HVAC controls, thermal imaging, and arc flash evaluations. for your industrial and commercial.
At Haugham Law Firm, we work tirelessly to provide the best in estate planning, probate, trust administration, and long-term care nursing home planning in central Wisconsin. In this changing world, we can accommodate virtual and telephone conferences for your convenience or face-to-face meetings in a safe space. Call us today to learn more. Haugham Law Firm, estate planning and elder law.
All right, we are back here at half. It's 35-0 our score here. We'll take just a few moments here to run through the first half scoring here for the Wildcats. They get on the board 35 seconds into this game with a 51-yard touchdown run by Gavin Maurer. And then the 2-point conversion from Tucker Strite to Maverick Butt. At that point it was 8-0. And then Lucas Lacasco gets on the board, the 24-yard touchdown reception from Tucker Strite. And the Ben Schaefer PAT was good, so at that point it was 15-0. And then about the 5:55 mark in quarter number one, you get a 5-yard touchdown run by Gavin Maurer, and the Ben Schaefer point, extra point at that point, 22-0. And then about at the 11:03 mark in quarter number two, you had the 20-yard reception there from Lucas Stanke from Strite. Schaefer with another PAT. At that point, it was 29-0. And then at the 6:18 mark of quarter number two, you get a 19-yard touchdown run by Graham Strite. And Pacelli able to block the PAT. That was Porter Boris in on the block. So 35-0 our score here. We'll take another brief timeout here. We'll get back here in a few moments here. You've been listening to and watching high school football here tonight at the half. 35-0 our score. Edgar out in front over the Cardinals here of Stevens Point. Pacelli.
At BAME Insurance Agency, our staff has a genuine interest in finding insurance solutions for you. We'll make finding insurance easy for you by shopping and comparing quotes from multiple companies. As an independent agency, we are a more flexible and competitive option and will tend to your present needs, while also anticipating any changes in your future. BAME Insurance, providing high-quality insurance in central Wisconsin since 1938.
Looking for reliable expert electrical work? Trust JPS Electric LLC, your locally owned electrical pros with over 20 years of experience. From residential wiring to commercial upgrades, we power your home and business with quality you can count on. Proud supporter of the Edgar Wildcats. Go Cats!
Looking for a delicious Friday fish fry, homemade pizza, or a juicy burger? Stop by the Rail Trail in Fenwood on your way to your local sporting event. We'll be streaming every Edgar Wildcats football game live from Zaleski Sports, so you can cheer on the team while enjoying great food, cold drinks, and good company. Whether you're here for the pregame, postgame, or just a night out, the Rail Trail is your hometown spot for great food and hometown pride.
All right, back here, again, halftime out on Zaleski Sports. Brandon Baroncott on the call here tonight. I've got Angelica on our production team here as well. Hard to believe that we are already this far along into the season. It seems like it, at least for me anyways, seems like it just started. But next week is already the conclusion of the regular season here for virtually all fall sports. And again, Pacelli here with the 3 wins on the season. They had the 2 wins, the victory against Manawa back in week number 1, and then a very gutsy win over the Thunderbirds of Iola Scandinavia. That was a 27-20 score for the Cardinals, and then they get that forfeit win with Rosholt. That was would have been back in week number 4. So Coach Drew Nelson, again, he's in his 20th season, looking to try to maybe finish out here. I know a couple of tough games to conclude the season here. Obviously a very good Edgar team. That comes as real no surprise. This Wildcats team has been it seems like just dominant Angelica just about every year, as far back as certainly I can remember. And I think so much of that you can really credit not only to the coaching staff, but certainly the families and obviously the athletes. I would call it a football culture. When I drive through that area, I almost always think of Edgar football. I mean, I see the Edgar sign, and that's kind of where my mind immediately goes is Edgar football. Of course, got a good buddy of mine that teaches over there in Colin Hansen, so a little trivia there. Colin been teaching there for a number of years. I don't know the exact number, but he's always said that it's been just a very strong program, strong culture, and here's certainly the Pacelli Cardinals. It's been a few years, I guess, since they were at or above that 500 mark. And they're certainly looking to try to maybe get things back on track. As we mentioned here in our pregame, Pacelli has a middle school team that has not lost a game yet. Very strong numbers in that group. Very good athletes, so I'm told. So, just going based upon that, you have to think that that will put things in a pretty good trajectory here as the Cardinals look to try to maybe regroup a little bit here in the coming years, perhaps. Certainly this season far from over, but you've seen some pretty good things. Again, kind of a junior-heavy team. A number of freshmen, however, for the Cardinals getting in on some varsity action early going in their careers. And a pretty good night again for some football. Not too many high school footballs on the football games on the Thursday night docket, but we're going to take another timeout here. We'll bring it back here. We'll have the second half here in about 10 minutes or so. Again, you're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Make your next event a memorable one with D&T Rentals. Choose from several inflatable bounce houses, obstacle courses, and water slides. Or make a splash in our dunk tank. We also offer tents, tables, and chairs for the perfect party package. D&T Rentals is a family business who serves all of central and northern Wisconsin. We set up and pick up for a hassle-free experience. Visit us online at dntbouncerentals.com or call 715-892-0959 today.
Looking for a unique space to host your next event or business meeting? Check out the Milk House at Miltram Farms. You can view the cows being milked by the robots, play in the sand table, or start your own farm on the farm simulator. We have space for up to 125 people indoors, or you can sit outside and enjoy the farm views from our grain bin gazebo and make s'mores on the corn crib fireplace. Check us out on Facebook to see our upcoming events or go to our website at miltramfarms.com to see availability.
We are back here. There's a live look-in at the Edgar faithful over just across the way here. And again, a pretty nice night here for some football action here. It's hard to believe that, again, we are already this 9th day of October. And last weekend we were in the mid-80s here, so kind of a bit of a contrast from week to week. Feeling a little bit more like October weather, no doubt, but certainly has been unseasonably warm here. Again, the whole host of games on Zaleski Sports tomorrow night. I know that the Stevens Point area senior high school Panthers, they will be hosting DC Everest here. The Evergreens of DC Everest coming in here tomorrow night, right here at Gerke Park here, the Gerk, as my dad always calls it. I had a chance to do the Spash game last Friday night right here at Gerke along with Angelica as well, and they put up nearly, and this is no misprint, nearly 700 yards of offense for the Panthers as they played host to Eau Claire North. The Huskies came in here And we had a chance to interview the offensive line for that Spash squad that was able to certainly pave holes for guys like Tucker Phillips and Trent Breitbach had a pretty nice night along with Isaac Yang and Johnny Ananietes as well here. And Spash again, they are having a pretty good season as well. I believe it's 5 victories on this regular season. The only blemishes coming at the hands of Wausau West and home against Hudson. Otherwise, they have been pretty dominant as well. Here have the Spash Panthers. Had a chance to talk to head coach Ryan Eigenberger, and another one of those teams here. They so many weapons on offense here. Guys like Kelvin Roth and Johnny Ananietes and of course Trent Breitbach. But we are at the half here, and it's been all Edgar out front here, 35-0 here. About 6.5 minutes or so until half number 2, the 3.5 minutes on the scoreboard, and about another 3 after that. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show probably about 5 minutes or so at the conclusion of this one. But we'll take another brief pause here. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
You want a great selection at a great price and a company that stands behind their products? You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
MP&C is a leading designer, fabricator, and installer of stainless steel process systems. Founded in 1992, MP&C serves a wide range of industries, including dairy, chemical, and water treatment. The company specializes in engineered-to-order solutions. We deliver high-performance solutions and career opportunities for local residents. MP&C continues to grow, emphasizing dedication to craftsmanship and community impact.
All right, we are back. Sounding okay as far as you can tell, Angelica? No? Having some slight audio issues here. We'll hopefully get that resituated here. So the sound, how is it sounding now? Good. One more time. Getting a sound check here. Understand there's been a little bit of audio constraints here. How about now?
space to host your next event or business meeting. Check out the Milk House at Miltram Farms. You can view the cows being milked by the robots, play in the sand table, or start your own farm on the farm simulator. We have space for up to 125 people indoors, or you can sit outside and enjoy the farm views from our grain bin gazebo and make s'mores on the corn crib fireplace. Check us out on Facebook to see our upcoming events or go to our website at miltramfarms.com to see availability.
Just doing some sound verifications here as we understand. My sound may not be coming through very well. Okay. I will keep doing my thing and you will do your thing. All right. So again, at the half here, it's 35-0. Edgar out front here. We'll go through the first half scoring one more time. The 51-yard touchdown run by Gavin Maurer at the 11-1. The 2-point conversion from Strite to Maverick Butt. At that point, it was 8-0, and then Lucas Lacasco with a 24-yard touchdown reception from Tucker Strite. The PAT by Schaefer then at that point made it 15-0. Gavin Maurer then found the end zone at the 5:55 mark in quarter number 1. 5-yard touchdown run. Schaefer point after was good at that point. It was 22-0. And then Tucker Strike found Stonky with a 20-yard touchdown pass at the 11:03 mark in quarter number 2. Edgar to kick off here. Fielded around the 30. That's looks like that was Max Nelson, I believe, unless that was, yeah, that was Max Nelson. And as I understand, we're having some audio issues here. I know Angelica working very hard to try to get our audio back operable now. Trying to get things squared away on the audio here. Pacelli, 1st and 10 here from about the 37-yard line. Williams, he's got Phyllis, the man in motion. 2-back set here. You got Flaker lined up to his right. The give is to Flaker. Flaker running pretty hard. Gets out to about the 42, 43-yard line here for the Cardinals. And Rice with a trio of first down carries here tonight for the Cardinals. I want to give thanks to all of our game day sponsors. Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. So 2nd and 4 here from the 43. Williams 2-back set with Phyllis and Flaker. Edgar at one point maybe showing blitz there, and the give there is to Phyllis. I'm not sure he'll get even a yard on that one. I know that again we are trying to kind of get the audio issues squared away here. Angelica working as hard as she can to try to get our audio back in operation. So it's 3rd down here for the Cardinals. 3rd and about 4 yards or so to go. Williams working from the gun here. Tries to cut the corner there. He's going to be wrangled down by a couple of Wildcats. Carson Nowak, one of the Wildcats, in on the stop there. So it's about a 3-yard loss here. 4th down and about 8 yards here to go. Pacelli lining up here in punt formation. Maurer and Butt back here for the Wildcats. That punt is going to be taken around the 37, 38 yard. That's Matt Butt, and he's brought down there. That is Maverick Butt there. I think that was Peter Bella in the stop there for the Cardinals. Already 2.5 minutes gone by here in quarter number 3. So 1st and 10 here now for the Wildcats. Ball at the 46-yard line. Under center here for the Wildcats. It's straight again. They give the Maverick Butt. He's going to get up to about the 49 or so, about a 3-yard pickup here. So here's Strite. That was Bryce Flaker on the stop. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 7 yards to go. Ball near midfield at the 49-yard line here. Mav Butt and two backs here for the Wildcats. Have the leading rusher here, the man in motion. That's Dawson Bornheimer here for the Wildcats. Give is to Mav Butt. Running pretty hard. He's going to get past midfield. Gets up to about the 47 or so. Avon Bennett, one of the Cardinals, in on that.
You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture.
And he'll get up to about the 39 or so near those first down sticks here. Maverick Butt on the stop there for the Wildcats. That's going to be maybe about a yard or so short. 2nd and inches, John Eckendorf says here. Williams working out of the gun here. Single back set with Flaker. The pitch out to Flaker. Flaker out to his right, trying to get to the edge there. And that's going to be short, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation here. So you have to think at this juncture of the game here that Pacelli will be in 4-down territory. I beg your pardon, it is. They're down, but you have to think they will 4th down territory. Every juncture now at this point. So they'll wrap up their regular season at home. Again, homecoming next Friday night. We'll have this one along with a host of other football games on Zaleski Sports. Williams will give there to Flaker. Fourth and a short, and probably maybe about a yard or so. And that clock again continuing to wind here in the running clock scenario. And the give is to Zane Phyllis, and Phyllis running hard for 1st down. Again, as we mentioned, Zane, another one of those guys that certainly in the absence of Eric Ranke getting some carries. He again did a bulk of the running last Saturday, did Zane Phyllis. I know Grady Smith also got a few carries on that one as well here. So Edgar defensively rarely scored upon, and certainly I can firsthand see as to why this is a very stingy defense here, this Wildcat squad. That give is back to Flaker. It looks like he'll get maybe about a half a yard or so. Carson Nowak on the stop there. Sam Westrick checking back in here for the Cardinals. Edgar, as we mentioned throughout the course of our broadcast, they'll be back in action. Hosting Abbotsford. Of course, the card down by Abbotsford back in week number 4, 42-18. The score in that one, that was over in Abbotsford. Williams to give the Flaker. Flaker trying to get cut outside. He's going to be swallowed up there for a loss. And that is number 64. That's Alex Schneider on the hit. The 6-foot, 185-pound senior. And Alex Schneider, again, as we mentioned, leads the squad in total tackles. 43.5 tackles, 32 solo tackles, the 1 TFL. So third and along 13 yards here for the Cardinals. Williams back to pass. He's going to take it himself, scrambling, still going, and trying to get down to the 1st down yard marker there. I think he'll maybe be just a bit short. So it'll be a 4th and 1 here coming up here for the Cardinals. And again, as you well imagine, Pacelli, any 4th down situations, 4-down territory, no matter what here. So Williams with single back set and Flaker to his right. Phyllis here. First down here for the Cardinals. So that's Bryce Flaker with his 5th first down pickup here for the Cardinals. Again, I know we are, as I understand, having audio issues. Angelica and our production staff trying to hopefully get that fixed here for us. I know she's doing everything that she can. Kind of 35-0 our score. We'll take a brief timeout here. We'll bring it right back. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
In trucking, trust isn't given, it's earned. At Derico Logistics, LLC, we've built our reputation mile by mile, load by load. Our team knows that every delivery carries more than freight. It carries someone's promise. From cross-country hauls to local routes, we move with precision, reliability, and a commitment to being there when it matters most. Our drivers are professionals. Our equipment is maintained to the highest standard. You call, we haul. That's all.
All right, we are back here, the start of fourth quarter here out at Gerke Park here at Stevens Point. So 35-0 our score. Pacelli with another fairly sustainable drive here. And the give there is Flaker, and he'll get some strong running there for the first down. Tucker Strite, one of the Wildcats, in on that, it looks like. So Flaker with another first down run here. He's been kind of that go-to here. Part of that two-headed monster with Eric Ranke and Bryce Flaker throughout the course of the season. Ranke, of course, out his second game with injuries here. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Cardinals. Williams. Hash mark there, and that's going to be, and nobody there. That's Alex Schneider on the hit, came through there like nearly untouched there. Schneider showing his defensive dominance there again. One of the leaders here for the Wildcats on the defensive side of the football. So it's going to be 2nd and long now here for the Cardinals. About the 37-yard line here. Williams with Flaker lined up to his left. Napawaki, the man in motion. Williams rolls to his left. And that one's going to be incomplete. So to bring up 3rd and long now here for the Cardinals. So 3rd down coming up here now for the Cardinals. It looks like we're going to get an intentional rounding here against Pacelli. Under 10 minutes here to go in this one. Williams back to pass, gets it out in space. That's Flaker. Complete. Flaker gets up near the 39 or so. So about a 9-yard reception there from Williams to Flaker. So 4-down territory here for the Cardinals. Inching into Edgar territory, ball at the 42-yard line. 4th and about 4th and a bunch, I guess we'll say. So under 9 minutes to go here. Williams working from the shotgun, back to pass, rolling to his right. Looking to try to evade pressure there. And that one picked off. That's Tucker Strite. So Strite with the interception. At the 8:30 and counting mark here, that's Tucker Strite with the interception here. 8:15 to go here in this one. Edgar takes over around the 31-yard line. Sound okay, Angelica, yet? No. So 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats, under 8 minutes to go in this one. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. The conclusion of this one, ball on the ground, and Edgar able to maintain that one there. May have lost a yard as a result of that. Couple, in fact. So it'll be 2nd down now here for the Wildcats. So 2nd down here for Edgar. Pacelli. Inside handoff. That's Butt. Making a couple of nice moves. Getting out into space. Maverick Butt. Nifty move there by Matt Butt. He gets down to about the 25. We're going to get a late flag on that one. So Butt with about a 46-yard run there, but we'll see what the flag is all about. May have later flag may have been a face mask, but we'll see. Never like to completely speculate in terms of what the flag might be. Officiating crew collaborating on this one to try to sort things out here. Yeah. 16-yard line there for the Wildcats. 6 minutes and counting here. Edgar looking to try to maybe get things back on the board here. They had the 22 points in quarter number 1, the 13 in quarter number 2. They got a new signal caller here, the new quarterback again. That's going back to Caden Bargender. Saw him a little bit in quarter number 2 here for the Wildcats. So Coach Sins rotating some of his guys here. Anthony Truick in here for the Wildcats. So Bargender under center here for the Wildcats. 2nd and about 8 yards here to go. And that one is in for the score. That is number 11. That's Landon Lacasco there on the touchdown, the 14-yard touchdown run. And that's at about the 5:07 mark here in quarter number 4. So it's 41-0 our score here. I think may still be having some audio issues here. I know, again, trying to work through those is our production engineer, Angelica, doing her best, no doubt. I'm going to keep calling the game as I normally would either way. So Schaefer will line up here for the PAT. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So the point after for Schaefer, and it's now 42-0. You're listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Make your next event a memorable one with D&T Rentals. Choose from several inflatable bounce houses, obstacle courses, and water slides. Or make a splash in our dunk tank. We also offer tents, tables, and chairs for the perfect party package. D&T Rentals is a family business who serves all of central and northern Wisconsin. We set up and pick up for a hassle-free experience. Visit us online at dntbouncerentals.com or call 715-892-0959 today.
All right, we are back here. 42, we good? Sound still? No. 42-0 our score here. 5:07 remaining here in this fourth quarter of CWC Merrillwood conference action. To receive. Kicking off here will be Trewicki for the Wildcats. And a line drive kick fielded over by Phyllis. Phyllis cutting to his right, changing directions a little bit, goes to his left. Zane Phyllis showing some pretty nice maneuver there by Zane Phyllis, the senior, one of two seniors here on senior night. Zane Phyllis. And he's we've seen some pretty good returns here for Zane. Again, Pacelli, just the two seniors on the squad. Phyllis and Peter Bella here on senior night. So 1st and 10 here from the 48 here for the Cardinals. Williams working from the gun here for the Cardinals. And that is we bottled up there. That was Flaker, the ball carrier. Just under 4 minutes here to go in this one. He's going to lose a couple on that one. So another good defensive stance here for the Wildcats. Second and 13 now here for the Cardinals. Flaker, the single back set. Man in motion typically tonight has been Zane Phyllis. Williams scrambling to his right, hesitates, and gets down to around the 49 or so. Pick up. He'll get near that original line of scrimmage. Will Jacob Williams. So a couple of yards there for Williams. 3rd and about 10 or 11 here to go. Now under 3 minutes in this one. Edgar looks to have this one comfortable in hand. Williams barking out orders here to his group. Give to Flaker. Flaker cuts to his left. Stutter steps, gets it out to about the 44 or so. Couple of Wildcats in on the play there. About a 4 or 5 yard pickup there. Williams again out of the shotgun here for Pacelli. Phyllis, the man in motion here for the Cardinals. Williams, the give to Flaker. Flaker, and he's going to be stopped. And that's number 24, Graham Strite, one of the Wildcats in on the stop there. So the final minute and a half or so. Again, we'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. We'll hopefully get a few words with Coach Sins here and one of our Zaleski Sports Highlight House players here. You could probably have several, I guess I would say. There's several that certainly tonight, but I'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show and we'll wrap things up. Give there, that's Emmett Van Ornum here on the carry. He's a sophomore. Emmett Van Ornum. Number 2 there. Ball around the 48-yard line here. Edgar will probably try to get one more play off here. And they look to have another shutout, pitching another shutout here. The all-around good football game here for the Wildcats. Bargain or the give, and that is Kenan Van Ornum the carry. And that will be a final out here, 42-0, our final score. So Edgar gets the 42-0 victory here and pitches yet another shutout here tonight. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. I'll hopefully go down and say a few words here with Coach Jerry Sins and our Nasonville Dairy postgame show and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player. Nasonville Dairy fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll get a few words here hopefully with Coach Jerry Sins and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player in just a few moments. You've been listening to and watching high school football here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, Coach, congratulations tonight. We'll see if Angelica looks like she's given me the proverbial heads up. Well, we are back here, our Nasonville Dairy post-game show here with head coach Jerry Sins in his, I believe, 51st year of head coaching, legendary head coach Jerry Sins. First of all, Coach, talk about a game like this. Obviously, you guys pitch another shutout here, by my math, 224-12 coming into tonight's game. I know you guys probably don't get too much into that, but certainly I would say that's a pretty impressive feat here.
We've been playing pretty good defense all year. The one touchdown we gave up was actually by the reserve offense throwing a pick six, but yeah, we've been doing a good job there, and we got quite a bit of experience. We definitely are still learning. We got a lot of things we can improve on, and offensively, I thought maybe we did a few things tonight that we haven't been doing necessarily the greatest, but. Yeah, there's a lot of things that, we finally punted once tonight, didn't go very well. But so once again, yeah, we may have to punt 4 or 5 times in a big game. We're not really getting any work on it the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we have to stay focused on and stay sharp on. And Pacelli played hard. I give him a lot of credit. I mean, they're certainly short-numbered. It's about impossible to play with 18 or 19 guys. I don't even know how they practice, well and so on. So I give them a lot of credit.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. And, you guys, you're back in action. You guys host Abbotsford, another pretty good football team in this CWC Merriwood Conference. Talk about preparations here, Coach, as you guys get into the final regular season contest here.
Yeah, Abbey always plays us well. They're a hard team to defend. They're different kind of an attack. Most teams are pretty wide open and spread and pistol or shotgun, and now Abbey is everybody packed in, kind of like the Regis look or like the Bangor look. Yeah. So we're happy to be playing a team like that because we may meet some of those other teams in the playoffs, and we're going to have to get used to that, smash-mouth kind of style.
Absolutely, Coach. Anything else? Again, a very great performance. You guys, I know it's one game at a time. You're going to have a tough game, obviously, with Abbotsford, but you guys have certainly, really been kind of the talk of this conference and certainly this division. And I know I drive by Edgar, and that's the first thing I think of is head coach Jerry Sins, the Edgar family restaurant, and Edgar football. Coach, anything else before we get it over to our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player here tonight?
No, not really. We're really happy with our fan support. We have great parents, and they'll have one of the Maverick Butt's family. They have the kids over, and they'll have pizza and stuff after the game. They'll watch it tonight. Sunday night we'll watch it again. The guys are pretty good about trying to prepare and study. But yeah, the fan support has been good, and luckily we came out injury free, so we're getting a little healthier, which is always good.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I'm going to give you the fist bump. Well, shake your hand, Abbas. It's legendary head coach Jerry Sins.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir. Yep. All right, we got our senior quarterback here, Tucker Strite. First of all, congratulations. You guys pitch another shutout here. You're one of the leaders, obviously, among so many others on this squad. So many guys in that arsenal. Talk about this team, Tucker.
I mean, everyone dreams of being good their senior year, right? And I wouldn't say that we're at our top yet, but we're getting there. And if everyone chips in, it just works. Everything works.
Absolutely. Tucker, you guys are going to be hosting Abbotsford. I cannot believe that it's already the end of this regular season. I know you guys probably approach it really kind of one game at a time. How do we prepare here? I know we talked a little bit with Coach, but what are your preparations here for this final week here?
Time flies, Time flies when you're having fun. Every game we're having fun, and this week was a short week, so it felt even faster. And we really got to focus on Abbey because they'll hit you in the mouth. You in the mouth, and we got to get physicality. We get ready because then it'll lead us right into the playoffs. We get physical this game, we'll just keep rolling.
Just kind of keep the momentum going. And you guys, historically, guys are good every year. I mean, what is it about Edgar football? I mean, to me, it's like you guys got a culture there, and it just, it's kind of that next guy up here. I know Maverick Butt's older brother, we've seen so many guys go through this. Mm-hmm. How do you guys do it?
It's the coaches. I mean, it's
coaches. Yep.
Coach Sins. I mean, he's the best coach in the state. Our assistant coaches, I'd take them over every coaching staff in the state. And from Coach Sins to our middle school coaches, everyone chips in, and with everyone, we're a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, you guys really are. Well, Tucker, anything more? I don't know if you know the drill or not. You probably do. You might have seen some of your teammates. We'll get you counted down. We'll get you in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. So I'll go 3, 2, 1. I'll have you say your name and that you are in the house. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Tucker Strite, and I'm in the house.
Tucker Strite, nice job. That is Tucker Strite, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player here tonight. Again, Edgar pitches the shutout here out at Gerke Field, out here in Stevens Point. Obviously, good to talk to Coach Jerry Sins there, just a legend in terms of coaching and, you know, really that culture. I mean, it's just week in and week out. You see so many different guys. You know, we talked about it really throughout the course of our broadcast. It's not necessarily one or two athletes. It's a multitude of different guys chipping in. Guys like Gavin Maurer and Tucker Strite. And, you know, we talked about so many of these guys, both offensively and defensively. And, you know, just another very impressive conference victory here. Keep the record here at 9-0. They'll head back home about 45 minutes or so from here, roughly, as we mentioned tonight in our broadcast. Conclude the regular season next Friday back at home. Will Edgar against Abbotsford, and as Coach Jerry Sins said, that'll certainly be I would think, a pretty good football team between two premier football programs, certainly not only in the conference but within the division here. So again, a final out here, Gerke Field here in Stevens Point. Edgar out front here, 42-0. Brandon Berencott on the call here tonight. Angelica, I know she's been working very hard to try to get our audio going again here. I know we had some audio issues, but certainly was not for a lack of effort by Angelica to try to get us going again here. But again, a final here, 42-0. Have yourselves a very good Thursday night and weekend, everyone. Spash, they will be out in action right here tomorrow night. They'll be hosting DC Everest in a conference game, Wisconsin Valley Conference game. And then the UW-Stevens Point Pointers, they'll be hosting Whitewater. Get a chance to go watch my son Brock play on Saturday. So have yourselves a very good night from Zaleski Sports.